So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but, well, make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in this club yet. It must be so hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard and convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the tea kettle in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean, I meant that, you know... I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. Emo tea.
No.
I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Shady, what kind of things do you like to read?
Considering how little I've read in the past few weeks, I don't really have any good ways of answering that. Manga! Just another emoji. I mutter quietly, half joking. Natsuki head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess. Well,
that can change! What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyways, what about you, Yuri? Literally anything but me right now.
Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build up deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid a moment ago when I walked in, but obviously by the way her eyes light up as she finds her comfort in the world of books, and not people. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyways, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
I read a horror book once. Desperately grasps something I can relate to in a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
I expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I can't really put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
I hate horror.
Oh, why's that?
Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind.
That's right, you usually write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a scrap paper behind the You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looked like you were writing you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud! And give that back!
Fine.
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes.
Why do you care?
I think that's impressive.
Why don't you share them sometime?
No.
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Not very confident writer, are we?
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your reader, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example to help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment.
Hey, I got an idea. How about this?
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzical at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem for our own, of our own. Then the next time we meet, we'll share them all with each other. That way, everyone is even. I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president, after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members.
Natsuki wrote My Immortal!
No.
I would... Yes!
Also, I'm gonna dip for 10 minutes so I can get home.
Okay.
So,
I will be
have
here.
fun dealing with these cute girls.
Oh, yes, the cutest of girls.
Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Shady?
Hold on, there is, one problem.
What's that?
Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth and say what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club! Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lost my train of thought. All the girls are staring back at me with the dejected eyes.
But I'm sorry, I thought...
The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me.
I guess I need to tell you the truth, Shady. The thing is, we don't have enough members to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more member before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls.
Oh, I'm defenseless against these girls! How am I supposed to make clear-headed decisions when it's like this?
I would feel terrible for letting anyone down in this situation, and besides, the club itself is being pretty relaxed, and so if writing poems is the price I have to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls.
Right. Okay, I have decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Shady?
Yeah, it could be fun, right?
You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after this, I would be super pissed. Shady, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to make it a great time, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks over at me once more.
Shady, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. That same to me. Can I really express myself with the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I feel really anxious welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then.
Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait.
Oh, Jesus.
And with that, I depart the club and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending my days in this literature club? Perhaps I'll have a chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright! I just need to make the most of my circumstances and have good fortune find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight.